Phoenix.
Wake up, it's time to see the love within, the heart that's free, free, free.
Become.
Wondering about how leaders and stars succeeded.
Ever dreamt rising high before thinking it is too high?
Feeling like what you did in the past is a showstopper?
Thinking often so much that you do not progress?
Feeling you should accelerate while you still can?
Blaming yourself for not being where you should be?
Seeing someone who may help but did not ask for help?
Have you answered yes to all 7 questions? Then, as I was, you're still likely into overthinking, unconscious of your ability to get out of your cage, live your dreams, and be happy. This podcast may help you act over time and take off. Try to listen to the next few episodes of this Become part until the end. You might, though, also need time to seize these episodes due to metaphoric language you might not adhere to. As a preamble, again, some listeners will like to get to the point when they listen to this podcast. What is this part about? It is about how to become a great human being who leaves a mark in history, and this way can be summed up in a central element. It may seem like a childish game, but it is simply a question of rediscovering the creativity and quality of the dreams we had as child kings. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's deconstruct all the limits that the will of others wants to impose on us.
To dream of becoming is to be able to become.
This is something that you may further understand by looking at the movie called Sphere. So paradoxically, after having been able to wake up, one must learn to dream again. Again, if you already have the intuition of all that comes in the next episodes, you may stop here and maybe recommend this podcast to someone less awake than you. Otherwise, rest assured, I will always go straight to the point in the next few episodes that are easy to listen to. I don't have too much of a sense of detail here. I reserve that for conversations.
Moving forward in project mode.
I think I've almost always worked in project mode, i.e., having a goal and assigning resources and a roadmap to it in order to achieve that goal. Educational project until the competitive examinations of engineering schools. A large number of professional projects including career projects. Projects associated with social dialogue. Family projects including having children and real estate projects. Projects to learn Italian and Spanish after learning English. Travel plans. Company creation project. Dance learning project. Writing project for this podcast. Musical projects. I often set myself ambitious goals, so much so that my projects became adult dreams. I won't go into more detail for this introduction. You have grasped the concept with previous episodes and with these few lines.
Have no limits in your dreams.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
I love also the following Spanish motto, as the ambiguous words chosen lead to so many meaningful interpretations.
Querer es poder.
For example, it is noteworthy here that this sentence in Spanish can also be translated as love to power. As you can see, this makes a link with the previous episode where I spoke about being a loving being. Thus, to become a great human being, it may seem too trivial, but you just have to love yourself and really want it. The will of a human being can be limitless. The more ambition you have, the greater your willpower will be. For my part, my ambition has somehow no limits, and I would say without taboo that I would like to become a role model for my children, president of all the families to which I belong, and why not, ambassador of France. Having several ambitious goals is a bit like following in the footsteps of Leonardo da Vinci. Every goal, every dream, corresponds to a project for which you have to define a strategy and a roadmap, and then you need to have the courage to take the first steps planned on this roadmap. This is the 3V thought pattern. Vision. First, visualize where you want to be at the end of your project. Vector. Define the first steps of the roadmap to launch yourself in a direction. Velocity. Control your speed and keep on moving forward in your roadmap to get closer to your goal. And if your dreams are very ambitious, you may not have time to achieve all of your goals, but you will have moved forward and progressed towards the goals you have worked for. You will have developed yourself and grown. The lengthy path is more important than the punctual arrival. Don't be afraid of failures. You don't succeed in everything at the first try. Be brave and persevere. If you look back on your memories, you surely have the memory of having achieved goals that many thought impossible to achieve. How did you do it? You persevered. Persevering also means being faithful, whether it is a family project, an expertise project, a career project, a social project. Be true to your ideas. It's important to have the will to persevere. Aim high and keep looking at the target you have set for yourself. If you do not reach it due to the limited time of this earthly life, you will get closer. Have many dreams. The more you work on your dreams, the more you will understand that the speed at which you are developing increases. Your progress will be exponential. But there is a trick. You have to wake up first to fully understand what the expression will to power means. Dream your life.